Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So I know today is late. I apologize. A lot going on with the companies. We just have a lot on our plates right now, so I wasn't able to get away and shoot a video as early as I would like. Here's something for you. I'm not a big fan of conspiracy theories, but we seem to have, if not a conspiracy theory, the perfect storm. Okay? So you have Rep. Tom Emmer trying to call Gary Gensler out, right? He's a representative. And he's saying, listen, you failed to collect necessary information from crypto companies, and that's clear with FTX blowing up in your face. Caught with his pants down, right? So the SEC is not doing a good job in his eyes. Senator, and I believe I reported about this, a few days ago, Senator Jon Tester is saying crypto shouldn't even exist. Say what now? He's a senior senator. Go look up how much he's worth. What his bank account looks like. Do your own research on Jon Tester. But my question is, how much do you actually know about crypto factually? Or are you reacting from what other people have told you? Right? Have you done your own research? Or was the research provided to you? The idea that you have so many people saying, well, crypto needs to be checked and this, that, the other. I sit back and, I'm like George Tung. He went out and he said, listen, here are all the banks that have gotten slapped on the wrist for laundering money. I spoke about that months ago. George has spoken about that months ago. No, I don't know George Tung, directly, but we happen to cover some of the same topics every now and again. With so many banks getting slapped around for doing the wrong thing, and this is on a global basis, right? It's on a global basis. Banks all over the world getting caught out there for laundering money, right? But you want to come down harder on the crypto industry, even though it's a tiny little industry compared to traditional finance. And I was reading something earlier where Goldman Sachs was saying, hey, you should come down on crypto, but you shouldn't come down on the technology. I look at things and I just kind of sit back and go, wow, that's a lot of force happening around the same time that says we want a gun for crypto. Do Kwon, former head of Terra, is saying, yo, not my fault. You can see now there's evidence that says Sam Bankman-Fried brought us down. It wasn't anything that I was doing. There could be merit to that. There really could be merit to that. Now, he really should sit down and shut up and not bring attention to himself, considering he's wanted. But there could be some there, as they say. So I look at all that. Then I look at, there's another note that I have. Reuters came out earlier saying that the DOJ is going to bring charges against CZ, the CEO of Binance. And of course, Binance as well. And I'm sitting back and it's about laundering, what they did with laundering and other things, maybe, sanctions, things like that. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, wow, doesn't everything seem to be hitting at the same time? Just conveniently hitting at the same time. Because if you ruffle Binance is the biggest centralized exchange in the world. That would have an effect on the market. It really would. Even though I tell people all the time, listen, you shouldn't be keeping a lot of your money on, in centralized exchanges. You should be thinking about, self-custody, non-custodial services, right? You can look at previous videos to get into that. You can see what I'm talking about there. I always talk about it. But the point is that there's just so much swirling that's negative around crypto, and it makes you wonder why. Until you see so many traditional institutions getting into the crypto space, right? doing their own thing. And now that they're ready, all of a sudden crypto's bad. Everything outside of their purview, this part is bad. And I'm just like, wow, that's just too much. Just too much going on. Genesis, if Genesis was to fold, I'm not saying they are, if they fold, that would also roil the markets. And you could see new lows forming, right? What if they don't? What if, rumors are swirling around that Ripple is going to, Ripple in the SEC case is going to come to a close on Thursday. I don't know. Could. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But if it did, would it side on the side of the SEC? On Ripple? Would it be someplace in between where Ripple had to pay a fine? Closure to that case, unless completely against Ripple, is going to be a good catalyst for what they call a Santa rally, Christmas rally, whatever. But I keep looking at all this negativity around crypto, and that's what I'm paying attention to. Because truthfully, nothing's going to matter until Wednesday. That's when Powell has his meeting, or has, his press release, press conference about the meeting, what they said, what they've come to. And if it's a 50 basis point move, stock market's going to shoot up. It'll be, oh, that's what we expected. They're seeing what we're seeing now. Everything's all good. It'll make you stop and wonder. So right now, I'm just scratching my head about this perfect storm, this perfect bad storm that's happening around crypto. And I'm just saying to myself, just too much is going on. Are you hearing a lot of noise about companies that are caught up in, in that whole FTX debacle? No. Losses were written off real fast. You don't hear anything about it anymore. We just wrote it off. Boom, done. I hear you. Wrote it off. Boom, done. But I think that there are larger powers than them that are gunning for crypto. Even though you have a lot of companies that are not gunning for crypto and actually hoping that it survives. Some companies are not good with altcoins. They're only, I see you, MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor only likes Bitcoin. He thinks everything else. So you stop and you think about what's going on. And right now, how I look at it is I'm not changing my dollar cost averaging strategy. I have different investments. Crypto is still high up on the list. And that's that, right? You're talking about technology that is here to stay. And there's going to be a change in the future. And it really depends on what side that change is going to happen. But change is actually in the future. Change is here now. You've got more people holding on to crypto. You're having more adoption in crypto. But in the United States, we seem to be moving against crypto. Or at least our government seems to be moving against crypto. I think countries that have a better idea about how to manage crypto will do better in the future. We need to start taking a pragmatic approach and not an approach that goes after, just we must regulate. We must, regulate on the side of corporate greed. We must have a pragmatic approach that does something. All right. This is Eddie J on crypto. I hope that helps. I'm not going through the numbers today because we're only doing lateral moves at the moment. Hopefully there's more tomorrow and toward the rest of the week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.